The following episode of Dave's Video Graveyard contains spoilers and naughty words. Listener discretion is advised.
Have you ever bought or rented a videotape that wasn't quite right? It may have been a pirate copy.
Ratings advice. Use it. It's on every...
We're going streaking!
Dave's Video Graveyard.
That guy in a little coat.
At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought.
I'm not a smart man.
Shut up! One tubby.
What's wrong with him?
My first thought would be alive.
Why so serious?
Wise man say forgiveness is divine, but never pay full price for late pizza.
Hail to the king, baby.
Hey, Mom! The meatloaf! We want it now! The meatloaf!
Of all the radio shows in the world, this is definitely one of them. Dave's Video Graveyard on 100.5 Wow FM.
Okay, you people sit tight, hold the fort, and keep the home fires burning. And if we're not back by dawn, call the president.
It is 100.5 Wow FM, Dave's Video Graveyard. A massive pleasure to be with you, whatever you may be doing. Now, this evening's going to be a lot of fun. You know, it's been a big day of Will Smith memes because the Oscars were today, and regardless of all the wins and losses today, the big news story is that Will Smith announced his new movie, The Pursuit of Slappiness, as he decided to slap the taste out of Chris Rock's mouth. It's divided the internet. Some people saying it was justified, other people saying that you got to be able to take a joke. I personally think that it's no different than getting up and coward punching a comedian, but what do I know? What I do know is this evening's guest is going to be an absolutely fantastic time. We are joined by none other than Nadine Windt. How are you?
Yeah, I'm really good. How are you?
Fantastic. Now, for those who don't know, let us know who you are.
My name is Nadine. I was born in Adelaide. I've travelled Australia. Actually, I've driven around now the whole of Australia. Just came back from Darwin doing a 30-hour round drive. I'm a personal trainer, so I work down at Jeff's Cross Derrimets.
I know you can't tell by looking, but I too am a personal trainer. Not a very good one, but
yeah, no, you look fine.
Thank you for patronising me. I'm actually a long-distance runner. I've tricked you. Thank you so much for joining us. It is amazing to have you here. You have a very, very interesting Instagram. It looks like you lead such a varied life, like so colourful, not just your hair. Like it looks like you live quite a colourful life.
Yeah, I like to, I guess, make my Instagram look very interesting and has a vibe and has a bit of personality and is unique, so it looks a bit different to everyone else's. And yeah, every photo shoot I do, I try and bring out a different personality from me and yeah, just have a bit of fun. So.
Awesome. And obviously because it is radio and no one can actually see us properly, let everyone know you have some incredible ink work done.
Yes, I am pretty heavily tattooed. I've got a few horror characters on me. A lot of horror theme. It's mostly a horror theme. Yep. We'll be getting my throat tattooed in 2 to 3 weeks' time, which I'm really nervous but really excited. So. Awesome.
Well, thank you so much for joining us this evening. It is basically a celebration of who you are. And, of course, anyone listening can join in the conversation by looking up Dave's Video Graveyard on Wowfm on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. There's also the text line. So anyone listening can actually live text. Unfortunately, nudes don't come through, so we're going to miss out that this evening. But you can message 0493 291 005. That's 0493 291 005. Now, you have come up with 10 of your all-time favourite movies to talk about this evening. How hard was that to do?
It was actually pretty hard.
Yep.
It was actually pretty hard. I had to have a good think about it from back when I was younger, and I guess now some of the newer movies and stuff like that, but there's quite a few older ones in there.
Yep. Were there any honourable mentions you can think of that didn't make the top 10?
There's a few. I guess some horror movies I could probably put on there that are a bit like, how you doing? Some Rob Zombie movies.
Yep. I'm guessing from your. I was going to say, I'm guessing from your aesthetic, you're a fan of Rob Zombie.
Yes, I am. I am actually getting some laser done to put a big portrait of him on my fire.
Fantastic.
Yes.
I bet you're not looking forward. Have you had laser done before?
Yeah. I'm about to do my 4th session in a week's time.
It is so horrible. I had 3 sessions of what was meant to be 6 sessions. I said, I might wait for now, and I have not been back for years. It hurts so much. It's so hurty.
I get 3 pieces done at once. So
I'm a sook. Like, I got one done recently. I was just like, I've gone just long enough to forget how much they hurt. So, yeah, this evening we're going through your all-time favourite movies. It's quite a mixed bag. I was very impressed with some of the choices on there. Some movies we've never covered before on the show, which is always fantastic. Yeah. So I think before we get into anything, we'll play a little bit of music and come back with a high-fidelity quiz where we get to know about you as a person. So let's do it. Here's a little bit of music. This is DVG. Don't forget to join in the conversation. Let us know where we went right or wrong. This is Wowfm.
You're listening to Dave's Video Graveyard on 100.5 Wow FM.
It is DVG. We're joined by Nadine Windt as we go through her 10 all-time favourite films. But before we get to that, it is time for the high-fidelity quiz where we get to know about Nadine as a movie watcher. So the first question, what was your local video store growing up?
It was Goodless Plains.
Yep. Blockbuster?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Blockbuster or Video Easy is one of those two.
Yep. Do you have a memory of something you hired there that really stood out to you?
I used to love Beethoven. Pocahontas was one of my favorite movies as when I was growing up. I always watched that and all the Disney movies and wanted to be Cinderella and all those movies. And
you were never tempted to get an oversized giant dog and ruin your family's lives with it?
Oh, I have asked.
All right, so pretend you're 10 years old. What was your favorite TV show?
Matilda.
Oh, good answer. Very good. What about your favorite ice cream?
My favorite ice cream was always chocolates.
Yep.
Always have to be chocolate.
Favorite junk food?
Pizza Hut. Pizza.
Oh, good answer. Very good. I don't think I've moved on far from that one. That's still in the top of my thing.
Yeah.
You look like you haven't eaten pizza in the last 10 years. Whereas I look like I've eaten pizza in the last 10 minutes. So there's a bit of a difference there. What was your favorite book as a kid?
Definitely Harry Potter. I did read the first 4 or 5 books. I was obsessed with Harry Potter when I was growing up. And Goosebumps. You can't go past Goosebumps and having to choose the different ways.
How good was the Choose Your Own Adventure Goosebumps?
It was so much fun. And then the programs as well.
Some of those used to get me so scared that I'd skip to the end and be like, oh, that's what happens. I'm going to turn a different direction. All right. And your favorite toy as a kid?
I used to be one of those girls. I would have a lot of Barbie dolls.
And look at you now.
Yeah.
Do you have one that stood out? Is there a favourite, or you were just anything and everything with the Barbie written on it?
Yeah, Barbie. Pretty much all the Barbie dolls. I did like my alternative ones.
Yes. Yep.
But yeah, just pretty much all the Barbie dolls.
My sister had this one she was obsessed with, where you'd crank its armour up and down and the hair would get shorter, and then you cranked it one more time and it would just instantly grow to like as long as her legs, and she thought it was the coolest thing on earth. But the noise was so like not what you'd hear from a toy. It sounded like she was changing a tire on a car. Who goes on your Mount Rushmore of favourite actors or actresses?
So I got a few.
Yep.
So probably Adam Sandler. You really can't go past him. He is funny. Grew up with him as well as a kid. So, Margot Robbie,
yep.
Who has played Harley Quinn on Suicide Squad. Oh my God, she was amazing. Julia Roberts, I do love her.
Yep.
She's an old school. Yeah. Robin Williams, he has some funny movies. Always made me laugh. Believe it or not, I used to like Jude Law.
Okay,
yeah.
No, that's showing, the kind of stuff you're into when you're younger, but yes.
A little bit of Jude Law. And I guess like now it's like Rob Zombie and yeah.
You've matured into the very alternative end of this guy.
Yes.
Would you prefer to watch a movie at the cinemas or at home?
Definitely at home and just order some popcorn on Uber Eats.
Yeah. Oh, good answer.
Have done that a few times.
When you do go to the cinema, what is your food of choice?
Popcorn.
Good answer. A very original choice, believe it or not. Name an actor or actress you would like to spend the night with and do whatever you want. It can be anything. Your imagination is the limit.
Probably Travis Fimmel.
Yeah.
He has played Ragnar from Vikings. He
was Tarzan.
He's.
So I guess I don't even need to ask what you would do, Fatty. I think the look in your eyes changed when you said his name. I was like, I think I get where that's going.
He's pretty quirky. He's a very good actor and very handsome. So yeah. Female again, probably Margaret Robbie. I thought she was absolutely stunning. Probably them too.
I don't think anyone would watch Wolf of Wall Street and then disagree with you. I think very good answer. Name a movie that didn't get a sequel that you think deserves one.
Probably The Craft.
I like it.
Yeah, there's only one movie, and I think there could definitely be a second.
Which movie freaked you out as a child?
Death Becomes Her, and I got a funny story to that.
Do tell.
So when Mum used to put me to bed early, as you do at 8 p.m, she would watch movies, and I would be one of those kids that would be sneaking out between the crack of the door.
Yes,
you know how you got the crack of the door, and I would watch a movie, and I was watching that movie, and it would just freak me out, but I thought it was cool.
That is a great movie, but yeah, definitely for a kid, that would have been pretty harrowing.
Yeah, she did not want me to watch that.
A TV show or movie from your childhood that you would love to see brought back?
TV show, Rugrats.
Oh, good answer.
I used to love the Rugrats. And yeah, once again, probably Beethoven. I think they could redo that movie and make it pretty cool.
Yeah, I've never even thought of it, definitely. Name one famous person you'd like to hit with a hammer.
Hit with a hammer.
What a long list.
I don't know. There's not many. Yeah, I'm a bit lost on that one.
That's cool. You play your cards close to your chest on that one. If you could make the entire world watch one film, what would it be?
Probably. I would have to say, I'm sorry about Suicide Squad. It's like from the DC Comics. It's pretty fun. You know, she's hell badass. So
nice. If you could add your favourite fictional character to any film, who would it be and what would you put them in?
Probably Tiffany, Chucky's Bride.
Nice. What movie or TV show would you like to see her put in?
I reckon I would like to see her try and play Harley Quinn because I reckon that them two together would be pretty badass.
Jennifer Tilly, I think, could definitely pull it off. How many movies in a week would you watch?
When I get time, about 2 to 3.
Nice.
Just laying on a couch, chilling, put a movie on.
Who would play you in your biopic? A movie about your life? What actor or actress would you cast as yourself?
That's a hard one. Probably Margaret Robbie, only because she has that bit of a personality to her. I like that she can play that badass.
Aussie.
And she's Aussie as well. Yep. We gotta love our Aussie actors. I reckon she'll do really well playing my little bit of my gypsy lifestyle and crazy adventures.
I could see her, and rocking the pink hair as well.
Yes.
She'd be killing it. Right, now these are the questions you don't know about. It's just a would you rather. Don't stress.
Here we go.
Take a breath, breathe in, breathe out. Harry Potter or Star Wars?
Definitely Harry Potter.
Cher or Dolly Parton?
Cher.
Salma Hayek or Pamela Anderson?
Big Boo Pamela Anderson.
Lovely. Lord of the Rings or Back to the Future?
Back to the Future.
Brad Pitt or Leo DiCaprio?
Leo, all the way.
Shawshank Redemption or Stand By Me?
Stand By Me.
Edward Scissorhands or Beetlejuice?
Beetlejuice.
Predator or Terminator?
Predator.
Arnold Schwarzenegger or Sylvester Stallone?
Arnold.
Sandra Bullock or Julia Roberts?
Julia Roberts.
Good answer. The Witches or Matilda?
The Witches.
The Lost Boys or Interview with the Vampire?
Interviewing the Vampire.
Batman or Spider-Man?
Spider-Man.
Will Ferrell or Adam Sandler?
Adam Sandler.
Harley or Deadpool?
Definitely Harley Quinn.
Aggro or Cheese TV?
Cheese TV.
Pizzas or burgers?
Pizza.
Ninja Turtles or Ghostbusters?
Ghostbusters.
Aliens or Terminators?
Ooh. They're both pretty cool. I like the weird stuff, so definitely Aliens.
Nice. Grease or Rocky Horror?
Rocky Horror.
Pulp Fiction or Goodfellas?
Probably Goodfellas.
All right, I'll see that. Fight Club or Seven?
Maybe Fire Club.
The Lion King or Aladdin?
Lion King.
Forrest Gump or Titanic?
Titanic.
E.T. or Jurassic Park?
Jurassic Park.
And in the movie of your life, starring Margot Robbie, we're all at opening night. The trailer's finished. The movie starts. What is the song we're hearing at the start of your movie?
If Life's a Highway.
Nice. Well, let's hear that now as we get into tonight's episode on Nadine Windt. It's going to be a good time. Don't forget to join the conversation. This is Wowfm.
You're listening to Dave's Video Graveyard on 100.5 Wow FM.
Back in 2016, the Aussie superstar Margot Robbie decided that it was time to carry an entire film on her own back. We are talking about your first choice this evening, The Suicide Squad. It was made for a mere $175 million. Went on to make $746 million. Critics hated it, but it still managed to be one of the most profitable ensemble superhero movies at the time. It has some of the most incredible music. I'm a huge fan of movies when they tie in with music videos. And this had like Sucker for Pain, had Heathens, and it just, every song on this movie is an absolute hit. Why have you chosen it as one of your favorites?
Probably because...
You want to sleep with Jared Leto.
I don't know. I just think the movie is real badass. Like, I love how she's very confident and she doesn't take no BS from anyone. And yeah, it's just, and yeah, I just love the movie, and I love, how Harley Quinn is just how she holds herself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And yeah.
It's quite funny, like, for someone that, in the original, like, animated series, Harley Quinn was just one of Joker's, like, backup people, hardly a big part of the story. But through a lot of changes and a lot of different iterations, so comic books, all this other stuff, she's become one of the most recognizable characters from the Batman universe. Like, she's up there with Wonder Woman nowadays. Like, if you can go a Halloween in the next 10 years and not see someone dressed as Harley, you are not living life, because honestly, it seems like everyone is obsessed with Harley Quinn. She managed to come back for like 3 more appearances. And I've got to say, like, honestly, the cast of this movie could sell anyone to go and see it. You got Will Smith, who before he was slapping people at the Oscars. Did you see the footage?
Oh my god, that was the best.
It was.
I had to watch it a few times. I'm like, oh my god, yep, that made my day.
I like the way it expanded throughout the day, because originally it was a headline. There was no video. Then there was the video, but you couldn't hear what was said. They muted it. Then the full video was online, and then the memes flowed in. And my goodness, has it been a good afternoon of memes.
Are you sure that wasn't staged or something?
Well,
it's like...
The thing is, can you tell me one thing you remember about last year's Oscars? One thing. Nothing at all? Exactly. So if this turns out to be one big play, I would not be surprised.
I'm not going to forget it. It's like, did you see last year's Oscars or the year before? Did you remember that? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all over the news.
Exactly. But this one is, it's really stayed in there. Jared Leto is the one person in this movie I think got done dirtiest, because obviously he had the role of following Heath Ledger as the Joker.
Yeah.
And anyone that's seen The Dark Knight knows how incredibly his own Heath Ledger made the Joker character. So Jared Leto had to go a different route. So he went kind of like the the mumble rapper route of what he looks like. Face tattoos. I actually think time will tell that everyone actually didn't hate that movie as much as they all said they did at the time, because in the re-release of the Justice League that came out just last year, in the end credit scene, they had Jared Leto come back as the Joker. He had long hair and he looked really different. And everyone started to watch Suicide Squad with a different view. And suddenly we started forgiving the character that he played in this. I think I've always had a problem with the character of Jai Courtney that plays Captain Boomerang, another Aussie character in this movie. He was in the reboot of Terminator and it upset me how bad it was. So when I saw him in this, I was like, no, you ruined my movie. How often have you seen this one? Is this a movie you've seen multiple times?
Yeah, about 4 or 5. Probably 6 times. Like, whenever I really can. If someone's going to put it on, I'm probably going to sit down and watch it.
How many times have you dressed as Harley Quinn?
Well...
not just in the bedroom with Travis Fimmel. How many times?
I have done a little bit of, like, I've got, like, the shorts and stuff like that.
So do I. I look fantastic in that.
But I'm actually planning on doing a cosplay shoot very soon once I have gotten over this pink hair. I've bought a bat, like an actual...
Nice, yeah, I know the one. Daddy's Little Slugger or whatever it is called.
Daddy's Little Monster.
Yeah.
So I've got the actual replicant of the bat. So I've got that off eBay, and I've got the jacket, I've got the exact shorts, I've got everything, the boots, I've got the whole
If anything
outfit.
happens to these shorts, you can borrow mine. They'll probably fit you like a circus tent, but hey, the offer's there.
Even got the gold dress. And
nice.
I'm planning on getting the Birds of Prey outfit as well, and just doing a full cosplay. So
I think Birds of Prey was an incredible film.
It wasn't too bad.
I really enjoyed it. It was much silly, because one thing about this movie is it took itself pretty seriously. And I think that was kind of to the detriment of the movie to some degree, because it wanted to have fun, and Harley Quinn was having fun. But it felt
she
like...
was single. She was having fun. She's like, I'm not dealing with this thing anymore. She's living her life.
Yeah, it's incredible, the difference in tone. But she then came back for last year's The Suicide Squad and carried that for the most of the movie as well. She got her own little movie inside of that film. So, yeah. Were you a fan of, like, comic book stuff, like Batman and all that growing up? Or this is your entry point?
I did read a little bit of it. Obviously, everyone, growing up everyone knows about Batman and Spider-Man and all them sort of comics. And I did read a little bit of them. I was more of a Garfield. I don't know if you remember Garfield.
I do remember Garfield.
I used to Mum used to get the newspaper, and I always looked for the Garfield part.
When I'm naked, I'm so orange and hairy. I actually look like Garfield, and I'm built like Garfield. So I can see how you're attracted to Garfield when you sit there and look at me. We have a question sent in from a listener.
Here we go.
So this one is for you, and it's from Jasmine. And she says, who is your favourite Disney princess, and why is it Princess Jasmine?
Aladdin. I do like Princess Jasmine. When I used to have dark black hair, and I have dressed up as her once years ago when I was a kid. Probably because I got a very best friend out there, Jasmine. And
shout out to Jasmine.
Yeah, shout out to Jasmine. Thank you for the question.
And she said that the other acceptable answer would have been Ariel, so the Little Mermaid.
Yes, I do love my Ariel. I did a cosplay shoot recently for Ariel. So.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Awesome.
Got an actual fishtail off eBay again.
Hope it wasn't a literal fishtail.
No, it was. It was like a material one. I got it from somewhere.
That'd be. I'll have to come along to the next shoot, and I'll be Ariel, and you get to play someone else. You can be Ursula, and I'll be Ariel. I'll be Areola, and I'll just have really big nips. Anyway, what did you think of last year's Suicide Squad? Did you manage to see that one?
I saw clips of it, but I've only really seen the first one and
Birds of
Prey.
Yep.
So I saw little bits of it and all of that, but I haven't really.
What about the Marvel movies? Do you bother going and watching any of the superhero movies?
Yeah, there's a few.
So tell us,
Deadpool. I don't know what it is about Deadpool, but I love Deadpool.
The be-all end-all. We'll talk about that one later.
Yeah, Deadpool, definitely. I do like a few Spider-Man movies, can't go past them. Batman, yeah. I don't mind a bit of Batman.
So with a lot of your modelling and your cosplay and stuff like that, take me through some of the people that you've dressed as, because you seem to go all in once you do. You have you have a very authentic tattoo on your body of Harley Quinn.
Yes. So I had a bit of a spare space on, I guess, my booty.
Buttus McCheekiest.
And I was like, I don't know what to put there. And I was obsessed with Suicide Squad. And I'm like, people are going to question it, but I decided to get Daddy's Little Monster tattooed on my
Is there a reason you didn't get damaged on the top of your forehead?
I'm actually going to be getting damaged, and the other one. What was the other one?
Yeah, I know the one you're talking about.
So I was going to get damaged, and there was another one, but I was going to get it on my hands. So that is coming.
Nice. Who are your artists? Who do most of your work? Are you loyal, or you'll go anywhere that there's a needle? What's the go?
Well, I have been getting tattooed down at Venom Art for quite a few years now. I've been pretty loyal to Tommy Rossa. He's been amazing. He's done pretty much all my tattoos. Obviously, I've been to a few other artists as well. Ashley Mahar has left my first sleeve when I decided, I'm going to not get any more tattoos. And then I'm covered. I'm getting my throat tattooed down at Ink and Skin. So Brandon will be doing my throat because I ended up doing some promo work for them. So I thought, they actually got me framed in the tattoo studio.
Nice.
Which is really cool.
I did see you post that recently, yeah.
Yeah, so they got me framed up there. When I went in to talk to them, I'm like, oh my God, you got me up there. Thought that was pretty cool. So
I would have been pulling people in off the footpath and being like, look.
You can't miss it. It's the bright pink hair in that photo. I'm going to go there and get my throat done and get some work there. And I'll probably go back to Tommy Ross and he'll be doing my Rob Zombie portrait on my thigh, which I'm excited for once I've lasered some more.
What era of Rob Zombie are you going to go? You going to go White Zombie or his like Dracula era?
Dracula.
Nice.
Yes.
Awesome.
Like full Dracula, full scary.
Who else have you dressed up as?
I've done The Mermaid. I do a lot of like horror, so vamp sort of stuff. I haven't done any DC comics yet, but that is coming. So being pink hair, I can't really do much.
Yep.
I was going to do Jessica Rabbit with my
that would
red hair, but didn't get around to doing it. When I go blonde, I'm doing Sailor Moon because I was obsessed. There you go. That's another.
There's the show.
That's that
kids.
show, Sailor Moon.
Forget
I would watch
Matilda.
it every morning. I would get up, watch Sailor Moon. I used to love that show. I want to be Tiffany from Chucky's Bride, and I will be Harley Quinn. So once my hair is blonde, I'll be putting those little colours at the end of my hair and
awesome
and rocking it.
It's going to be a great time. Well, let's play Jasmine a song before we move on, shall we?
Okay.
This is DVG.
You're listening to Dave's Video Graveyard on 100.5 Wow FM.
It is Dave's Video Graveyard. We are talking with Nadine Windt all about her favourite films, and it's time to travel back to the wonderful year 2016 and talk about one of the greatest superhero films of all time, Deadpool, starring Ryan Reynolds, the film that almost didn't get released. They filmed some test footage, and it was all completed, and the studio said no one in the world wants an R-rated movie, R-rated superhero movie. Someone leaked the footage online about a year later. The internet went into overdrive about it, and just off the interest caused by that viral internet trailer, the movie was made, and we now have two of my favourite superhero movies, and it's also your favourite superhero movie.
Yes.
Why do you like this film? Your potty mouth? Is that it? Is that it?
I guess he's just like, he's pretty out there and he's funny, but he's also a superhero. He's fun.
Breaks all the rules of
definitely breaks all
movies.
the rules, and so I think I watched it like maybe 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
Definitely need to go back and watch it again.
I loved this movie. When we went and saw it, it wasn't coming out for about 2 months in Australia, and one of my friends was working for a promo place at the time giving out V Energy drink. And on one of the labels of V Energy drink, it said, if you and your friends want a private screening of Deadpool before it comes out, go to this website. And everyone was buying it and not reading the label.
Oh, really?
So my friend's like, go to the website. So we went, and myself and about 20 or 30 people I know, we all went on the website together and booked at Marion our own session that was 2 weeks before the movie came out. And we had to sign an NDA saying that we wouldn't talk about the movie. But we all loved it so much that we just wanted to tell everyone that it's seriously one of the funniest action hero movies you will ever see. I love the way it was written. The only downside for me about Deadpool, since it came out, Ryan Reynolds now plays the exact same character no matter what movie he's in. It's like...
Because he plays it really well.
Oh, don't get me wrong. He will always be Deadpool for my entire life. But that's all he does in every movie now. And it's kind of a shame because I feel like there's more to him than that. But this movie is incredible. I love the second one just as much, particularly the scene where in the closing credits, he goes back in time and kills Ryan Reynolds so that he doesn't do the Green Lantern movie. Have you seen the second one?
I think I saw half of it.
Yeah,
I can't remember where or when, what I was doing. Actually, I don't know what I was doing, but I remember only seeing half of it. But I've definitely seen the first one a couple of times.
No plans of getting like one of Deadpool's catchphrases on your other butt cheeks, like maximum
I've actually
effort?
got no more room. Like, I'm sure there's like space somewhere.
Well, I'll tell you what. Live with me for a few weeks and eat the way I do. You'll have plenty of room. Trust me. So you said you've revisited this one 3 or 4 times?
Yeah, but maybe 2, 3. Not as much as Suicide Squad. I think it's one of those movies I've seen it on Netflix, or it was just on, and I'm like, yep, cool. And I actually really, really enjoyed that movie.
I was sore from laughing the first time I saw Deadpool.
And it makes you laugh. I think that's what got me as well. Like, you can't... Yeah, he was funny. The whole movie was funny.
Definitely. I'm pretty excited. They've just announced that the third one is getting made at the moment.
Oh, cool.
Which is great because when Sony and Marvel all joined, they were worried that they weren't going to release any more R-rated movies. So it's pretty cool that we're getting a third one. So it should be good. I think perhaps we play a little bit more music. Before we go into the next song, let everyone know where they can check out your social media.
Yeah, so like now?
Yeah.
Oh, so yeah, if you go on to Instagram, it will be at miss_inked_Nadine. So Miss Inked Nadine with underscores. So.
And of course, we'll send lots of links in our social media. We got 1 hour to go. This is DVG.
You're listening to Dave's Video Graveyard on 100.5 Wow FM.
It is time to get scary. We are talking to Nadine Windt all about our favourite movies of all time. We've got another listener question for yourself. This one comes in from Angela. She texted from... You can text to 0493 291 005. And her question is, Nadine, do you have any piercings? And what is your favourite one? From Angela.
Yes, actually, I do have some piercings. I have a dermal on the side of my left eye. I have a nose ring. I recently just gotten my snake bites, which I put some rings in now today, which are really cool. I've got a stretcher on the right of my ear. And I do have 2 small piercings on my other left ear. There's always room for more.
Always.
Gonna get my collarbones pierced again, probably.
Oh, you had those dermals on you.
Yeah, I've had them before, but my body doesn't like surface
pushes them
piercings.
out? Yeah.
So.
Very similar. I've just got the whole downstairs is just like about 40 piercings. Not really. There's not even room for one. There's not even room for one. We are talking about your all-time favourite movies, and it's time to get a little bit spooky because you are a fan of horror movies.
Yes, I am.
Now, you've got fair few horror movies down on your list. I thought we'd start off with the least scary of the bunch, and it's Johnny Depp's Dark Shadows.
Yes.
Tell us about that movie.
Oh, I love vampires. And Johnny Depp, it's just like, even when he played the Pirates of the Caribbean, he's just amazing. And just his quirky personality in the movie, and it's just the movie itself. It was just spooky but chilled, and a kid could watch that. you know.
He's one of those actors, like, I know Gary Oldman changes himself a lot for movie roles and stuff, but he changes how he looks so much, whereas I've found Johnny Depp manages to play completely different characters, but still look like Johnny Depp, if that makes sense. Like, even in his more serious roles and stuff, you're still like, oh yeah, that looks exactly like Johnny Depp. What's your favourite Johnny Depp film? Is it Dark Shadows?
I do like my Dark Shadows, but I am a fan of the Pirate of the Caribbean. I love their movies. They're just so much fun. And
now, I will admit, when
I
the
think
first...
there's 3 of them, or 2 or 3.
Yeah, I reckon there's about 4 or 5 now.
Okay.
When the first lockdown happened and was stuck at home, I was like, you know what, kids? We're going to watch all the Star Wars movies. And we watched the first one, and they're like, that was all right. I was like, you know what? We're going to watch all the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. And it was so much fun because watching them all closely, because obviously when I was in high school, those movies were released every couple of years. Watching them all together, you get to appreciate how many characters come back. There's jokes that, like in the second movie, that was set up in the first movie. It is a really well-established universe. I love the way those movies all tie together. However, that final one where they fight on the whirlpool that goes down, I think it's Stranger Tides. Yeah. That movie kind of sucks because the other ones are so good.
I don't think I've seen the last one.
They didn't have it didn't have Orlando Bloom. It didn't have Kate Beckinsale. It was just Johnny Depp doing his own story, which is always a good thing, but it just didn't have the fun of the first lot. I've always been a fan. I think one of the coolest introductions of a character ever is the ship sinking, and just as it got to the dock, he steps off the highest point onto the dock and walks off. That is, think of a better introduction of a character.
He's just so cool.
Now, Johnny Depp made a huge name for himself in the early 90s, starring in a lot of Tim Burton films. They stopped working together for a long time after Ed Wood, but then in 2012, Dark Shadows come along. No one knew it was coming. And yeah, this movie is just something different. What do you like about this one?
Well, I guess I've always had a thing for vampires. I like, the undead, I guess, like they're more like the power and all of that. So I think when I saw the Dark Shadows, I just thought it was really quirky, funny. He had a bit of a laugh to it. Yeah, I just thought it was just a cool movie. So, and he played it really well.
Yeah, it was a very bizarre vibe to the movie, because it was quite dark, but then at the same time, it was very silly.
Yeah, it had dark humor. Bit of dark humor,
Definitely. Now, you actually like a few horror movies.
Yes.
That scare the crap out of me. And to be more specific, you have chosen The Conjuring as one of your films this evening.
Yes, I have actually just recently watched one on the weekend, so that was really good.
They scare me so much.
Really?
Oh, because I stay up late at night on my own a lot, and so I convince myself stuff. Every time I watch The Conjuring, every little noise in the house, I'm like, uh-oh, what was that? What was that?
They're easy to watch. I think there's a lot more scary movies. I think the real old scary movies, like The Exorcist, the 1976 one. Like, I don't know if you ever watched it.
Yep.
Yeah, that was pretty good movie.
Now
I think it's pretty. I think there's 3 of them.
Well, the thing for me with the Exorcist was it was banned in Australia for about 20 years. You couldn't get it because it was deemed so frightening and scary.
And
the church got behind it. They banned it from being released. So I grew up and maybe the early 2000s started watching horror movies, and I kind of went scary and scary and scarier. I was always told by my auntie about the time she went to the movies and saw The Exorcist and then didn't sleep for like 2 weeks. So when
they did well with that movie.
When I finally got around to seeing the movie, I was quite disappointed at that point because in my mind, I'd built it up to being like almost traumatizingly scary. So then I saw it, I was like, this is pretty long and a little bit boring. There's some amazing scary parts, but overall, it just wasn't the movie I thought in my brain it was going to be.
I think you have to sort of understand the storyline as well, and I guess I guess the devil and and how they were playing, and the fact it comes from the 1976, and there's some good horror movies down there like Friday the 13th and stuff like that. But I've heard that's 1980s or whatever. But
have you ever been exorcised? That's revealing. I think I'm onto something.
I thought you said exercise when you said exercise. I'm like, yep, got that.
Oh, you're like a personal trainer. I'm totally exercised. I'm fine. No, that's that terrifies me, and that gets onto The Conjuring. Scared me so much. I'm such a sook. Like, it's not Insidious. Sinister is another movie where Ethan Hawke moves into a house and finds all these home videos, and it's all like haunted, messed up stuff on the videos. That also scared me very much. But there's just something about The Conjuring, because now there's like heaps of them now. I think there's 5. There's the original Conjuring, then Annabelle that came out in 2014, then The Conjuring 2 came out in 2016. Annabelle, which was the spin-off about the doll Annabelle, was from 2017. The Nun, which was the spirit that cursed Annabelle, from 2018. The Curse of La Lorna from 2019. I don't actually know what that is. A sequel to Annabelle called Annabelle Comes Home. Then there was The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It, come out last year. And coming up soon, we have The Crooked Man.
Oh, there we go, another one.
A sequel to The Nun. But there was also some short story spin-off movies. The Nurse, The Confession, What's Wrong with Mum, Blund's Lullaby, and Innocent Souls. That is a huge franchise to think about, given the first movie came out in 2013. Like, they just haven't stopped.
I think they've just been really popular and everyone just loves them. And they haven't been, you know how when movies just drag on, like when they make too many and they just lose the touch?
Yeah.
They sort of haven't just yet, so they do good.
And the other thing that's so amazing about, like, the Conjuring movies, they were made by the same guy that made all the Saw movies. Like, James Wan, he created Saw from the ground up, him and Lee Wan-el. And he's just gone from franchise to franchise. They made the movie Dead Silence, which I think if you haven't seen, you would love that movie. It's about what you think is a haunted puppet. That one is definitely worth checking out. It's somewhere between Annabelle and Saw, because it's very violent, but it's also very creepy. Do you collect creepy things? Do you have many creepy dolls in your home?
Actually, I do. I don't know. I was on Marketplace and I found these horror dolls. So now I have Chucky, Saw, and Freddy Krueger, because I've got them tattooed on me, so it's only fair I'll go and get them in big dolls. I'm looking for Rob Zombie.
Yep.
I don't really want those little pop-up ones.
I
want an actual doll.
Yes,
so
yeah.
I'm on a hunt for that one.
There used to be there was a toy company called Movie Maniacs, and I believe it was by McFarlane Toys that made all the Spawn toys. They put out a series of horror icons. So you got like Freddy Krueger, Mike Myers, Jason Voorhees, all these things. And they look incredible. Because I actually had some of the Terminator ones, but they're so fragile. They're like little cake toppers. You drop them and they just break to pieces, which is such a shame because they look so cool. But yeah, I'll keep an eye out because I'm sure I'll find some of those. What else do you collect? Are there other things that you're into?
I started collecting those horror dolls. I want to get some more. I do have these really cool Harley Quinn, the old Harley Quinn, like the black and red Harley Quinn, and the Suicide Squad Harley Quinn. There's these little, miniature dolls. I found on Marketplace too. I'm always on there looking for something cool. But yeah, I just collect them. Otherwise, like Kill Star, started getting to a bit of Kill Star and stuff like that. So anything alternative and weird and unique and quirky, I'll pick up.
Nice. It's quite an aesthetic, of course. We're going to go back into the music. There is a list of songs that you sent me for this evening, and I've got to say, I usually have to hide all my new metal from a lot of my guests. Your list is so close to the stuff that I genuinely listen to. It was not for the listeners, but for me, it was a refreshing reminder. So I think we might hear from In This Moment. Now, I'm guessing you're a huge fan of Marina Brink.
Oh my God, I want her to come to Adelaide or Australia. I don't care where she is. I'm going to go and see her. She is, oh my God, amazing. Her voice. I love female screamers.
Yeah.
Like, the talent that comes out of them women, even men, like, there's rapping and there's rap songs, but then there's heavy metal screaming, and to get your voice to that level is talent.
It is. So let's hear a little bit of that. This is DVG.
You're listening to Dave's Video Graveyard on 100.5 Wow FM.
From 1996, we are talking all about Happy Gilmore. What is your love of this movie?
Happy Gilmore. It's just goofy. It's fun. I love all the characters in there, and I think it's just one of those movies I just really enjoyed growing up as a kid. So
yeah. It was made for a budget of $12 million, went on to only make $41.2 million. But, it is an absolute classic. This and Billy Madison is two of the biggest movies of the 90s when it comes to comedy. And you look at Adam Sandler now, he's the most streamed actor on Earth because of all these Netflix films. They reckon more people on Earth have seen Adam Sandler films than any other actor on Earth, which is absolutely incredible. What do you think of his other movies?
I like The Waterboy. That was always funny to watch.
Yeah.
Billy Madison, I love that. I think it was 50 First Dates.
Yes. Yep.
That was pretty funny to watch.
Me and my wife don't mind revisiting The Wedding Singer every now and then.
Yes, The Wedding
Nice comedy
everyone loves The
rom-com.
Wedding Singer.
Singler. The man, he goes to weddings and puts singlets on, and he's like, this is a weird job to have. We got a lot of messages through.
Oh, here we
so
go.
let's hear what everyone wants to know about you. So we'll start with, what is your favorite hair color that you have had and why?
Well, I actually love my neon pink. I'm vibing it.
It is part of your aura now. It is part of your essence.
I get noticed everywhere, and I actually was getting lunch down in the city today, and one of the girls behind the counter is like, I see you down at Derrimut Steps Cross, and I managed to get a client.
Yes. Oh, nice.
And she recognised me through my pink hair. So.
Yeah, right. And they probably go up to you and say, hey, are you a metal singler? Do you wear singlets to metal shows? No, I've got to say, I'm just trying to picture, because obviously it's our first time meeting, you've colour-coded your nails, your lipstick, and your hair.
Yes.
You've absolutely nailed it. Much like I do with the orange. I've got the orange beard, the orange body hair. And I'm just trying to think what it would look like if your lipstick didn't match the colour of your hair right now, because it is such a striking visual that I just happen to wonder what it would look like. Have you tried yet? Or are you sticking...
Like to try different colours?
Yeah.
It's usually nude, pink, or black.
Nice.
It's really hard to match. Like,
do you ever just want people to leave you alone at the gym, so you just put your lipstick on completely, like, all the way out? Like,
I got earphones, so people don't come up to me and ask me about my tattoos or my hair. And because I work at Demis and I train there, so I get a lot of people come up and asking about gym equipment and stuff like that. And generally about my hair, believe it or not. I even walking around, it was like, I love your hair. It's always about my hair now.
Do you ever get mansplained by the big muscle men at the gym?
Nah.
You know more than them, so you're like, whatever.
Not really into them. Every day I train weights and stuff like that, Yeah, not really into muscly guys.
I'm more of a long distance cardio kind of guy. I'm always on the Stairmaster, so that's why you never see me at your gym. I'm just too focused. I'm a beast in the gym.
Yeah. Okay.
Gym's mowing, I mean, not a workout gym. Taking a look, we're getting lots of text messages. You can send one too. We've got half an hour to answer your messages. 0493 291 005. And we have a question from Alex. Said, you've done photo shoots. Who have you done photo shoots with? And who are your favourites to shoot with?
I've actually, I reckon I've done about, with different photographers, about 20 at least. Maybe 20, maybe more.
Yeah.
I have to say probably Tristan Manners, because he really knows how to move your body for your body type. Yep. He's amazing. Awesome vibe when you shoot with him as well.
I'm not a bum guy, but he makes bums look good.
Yes, he is known as the bum guy. So, because he does the right.
Yeah.
And from Adelaide, I love Kira Photography. Stephen Reynolds. I have shot with him quite a few times, and he is so good. He loves the alternative shooting.
Yep.
So that's my two. From Adelaide. And probably Sam Dunn.
Awesome.
You know what? They're all amazing.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
I've done
Chickening
so
out
many.
at
I
last.
honestly can't. Everyone has a different vibe, and yeah.
That's it. You'll get something different from everyone. What else do we have? Who is Nadine's favourite band, and who was her favourite to see live?
Who I have seen live?
Yeah, who was your favourite live show you've been to, and who is your favourite band?
I cried when I saw Green Day because I was in love with him growing up until I realised how short he was.
You're a height snob. We've got a height snob.
But I still love Green Day. When I saw them live, they were amazing. I cried. I was so happy, and I got a free ticket from someone who was working at the airport, and he always got free tickets, so he always took everyone. So that was really cool. So went to see Green Day. My favorite band, Slipknot. I got them tattooed on me. Can I do 2 or 3?
Yeah,
one.
It's your show.
How can I even?
Stop asking me. You are the boss this evening.
Slipknot, In This Moment, Metallica. I love my Metallica. So
Awesome. What a better time to hear Metallica than right now, shall we?
Yes.
This is DVG. Don't forget, you got half an hour to get those messages in. 0493 291 005. This is Dave's Video Graveyard.
You're listening to Dave's Video Graveyard on 100.5 Wow FM.
This is Dave's Video Graveyard. It is the guest choice special of the wonderful Nadine Windt. Now, we are talking about one of the greatest vampire films of all time, directed by Robert Rodriguez, starring Quentin Tarantino, George Clooney, Juliette Lewis, Cheech Marin's in there, Quentin Tarantino himself is in this movie. Salma Hayek, of course, as Santanico Pandemonia. Nadine, congratulations on choosing one of the greatest vampire movies of all time.
Yes, it's such a cool movie.
This was a big part of my childhood, believe it or not.
That's why I had a snake.
It's how I discovered I had a snake watching this movie back when I was younger. Why did you choose this movie? What stands out about this film that you love so much?
I just thought it was really cool. Like, I guess a bit of like redneck to it as well. And, the vamps and they coming into this bar and everything's all chilled. And then this woman comes out on stage with this massive snake, like yellow and white, I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
Yeah, and then they're all mesmerized. They're all mesmerized by this woman, and then all of a sudden they're all getting killed by these vampires. And yeah, it was a really, really cool movie. And so I went out and bought a albino carpet python because of that movie. So.
Nice. How's that going?
He's lost in a house somewhere. Long story.
I love you live a life where, there's a snake in my house somewhere. I don't know where, but there's definitely is.
He's in the walls or somewhere. He's in the house somewhere. He's just chilling. Probably eating all the mice.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, living his best life. We got another message.
Awesome.
For you, and it comes from Danny, and it says, what do you have planned for 2022 in regards to shoots and personal training? Love from your favourite DJ Danny.
With my shoots, I'm literally going for it. So I'm going for any opportunity. I'm just getting my name out there, getting my face out there. Have plans to probably go to a couple of states and just do some collaborations with some photographers.
Yep.
Just having fun with it and see where it takes me.
All in for 2022.
With my personal training, I train down at Jobs Cross. I'm just working with all the women at the gym, teaching them, how to be fearless and how to be strong. And I love how they see me doing these shoots and seeing how confident I am. And, hopefully I'm like bringing it back onto them. And I just, love training. I was going to compete.
I can imagine when you get intense with the training, the German side of your accent definitely would come out.
Yeah, so I was going to compete, but then I might just be putting that on pause just for now. But yeah, that's probably going to happen eventually. But I just got back into these shoots.
Well, I put it to you that come 2023, I'll invite you back, and you'll be way too famous for me. You'll be way too successful, and you have way too much going on. I'm sure.
Hopefully, that'll be cool.
For you, maybe I'll just cry myself to sleep in the studio.
I'll still come back and have a chat.
You'll throw me some breadcrumbs. Like, there you go, poor little radio boy. No, I think you've got a bright future ahead of yourself, and I wish you nothing but luck. It's going to be fantastic. Now, the final film that you wanted to talk about is a very special film for you, because it's a collaboration of one of your tattoos and someone that I'm sure that one day you might get tattooed. Freddy versus Jason.
Yes, how cool is that movie?
This movie came out when I was in year 12 in high school. A peek behind the curtain of how old man I am. The soundtrack to this shaped so much of the music I love. It had like Slipknot, Killswitch Engage, all these El Nino, all these incredible bands that I'm obsessed with. And I still to this day listen to this. This soundtrack comes up more often than not on my Spotify. What do you love so much about this movie?
I just think it's really cool how they put them against each other. They're both psycho killers, and you don't really want to find them beside your bed, that's for sure. I just think it's really cool how they mix the two serial killers together.
Yep.
You know, I'm definitely a Freddy.
On Team Freddy?
Yeah.
No, awesome. So you don't just love it because you get to see a member of Destiny's Child have a nose cut off by Freddy's glove?
Oh yeah, and that too. That was pretty cool. There's a few gruesome scenes in there.
Yeah, it's definitely, and I think I do like the way that, because New Line Cinema made the film, they were too chicken to let someone win. So the movie basically ends in a draw. Spoiler alert, but I revisit that one quite often. It's very gory for its time. Some of the special effects don't hold up, particularly the worm that comes out when the guy's smoking weed, and the giant worm comes out and smokes the shisha with him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But
and then he gets killed, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, what a great movie. We've got another message come through. I'm sure most of these are for you, but they're for me, but they're accidentally writing your name on them. But so, because it's your night, I'll let you enter. It says, Nadine is so stunning in all her shoots. Does she have any favourite makeup artists or any favourite products? She's always so beautiful. So, yeah, it's definitely about me, but I'll let you take this one.
Thank you so much. My favourite products are probably standard MAC. I love MAC. It works really well in front of the camera and stuff. Makeup artists.
They're not just good at making trucks.
I did go and see Emily down at Largs Bay. She was amazing. She recently did do my makeup for my last shoot. She was pretty good. Blake Butler has done my makeup. He's down Marion. He was pretty good as well. She was pretty good. She was pretty good. Definitely a shout out to her. Yeah, or I go to Inglot because I get some makeup back. So.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, believe it or not, we've only got 6 minutes left this evening.
Oh, no. It's gone so quick.
That's always a good sign, I think, because time flies when you're having fun.
It was a lot of fun.
So I think, yeah, it's definitely fun. And, of course, anyone that's missed any of tonight, this will be up on Dave's Video Graveyard's YouTube. So if you just search that, give it a subscribe, and you'll never miss. So we're going to play a few ads very shortly, and then we'll come back and we'll do our final sign-off with Nadine. How's it gone so far, do you think?
Yeah, it was amazing. It was definitely a good experience, and yeah, I've had a lot of fun, and would love to come back one day again. And
awesome. Well, let's hear a few ads, and then we'll come back. This is DVG.
You're listening to Dave's Video Graveyard on 100.5 Wow FM.
It is Dave's Video Graveyard, the final 6 minutes this evening of DVG. It has been nothing but a pleasure at my end. I know that you've had to suffer through 2 straight hours of me mansplaining movies to you. I know it must have been a nightmare. And it must be difficult because obviously you do a lot of shoots, you do a lot of stuff and, a lot of makeup, a lot of fitness. It must be hard to sit across the station from someone so much more attractive in every possible way. Like, how's that gone this evening? I'm not sure why you're laughing, but how's that gone this evening?
Yeah, it's been great. Honestly, it's been a pleasure to meet you.
I don't know if you need some eye drops or something to get used to.
I'm vibing your donut shirt.
Thank you. I
don't know if you were trying to match my hair. That was the whole point, yeah?
It was a coincidence. But yeah, let's tell everyone that I wanted to dress to match, of course.
It was really, really cool. So
awesome. And of course, next week on DVG, I'm joined by the man in the chair, Jamie, as we go through the soundtrack of one of the coolest action movies of the 90s. We're talking about Last Action Hero, featuring songs from ACDC, Megadeth. It is going to be a good time. So make sure you join me next week from 8. Krez is in the studio. He's coming in very shortly with the Emerald Tower. I'm not sure why he's not wearing pants this week, but each to its own. You can stick around for him very shortly. And of course, if you want to support Wow FM, head on over to wowfm.org, become a sponsor or become a member. Whatever you'd like to do, it all helps keep the lights on. Now, for one final time, Nadine, where can people check out what you've got going on?
You can check me out on Instagram at miss_inked_Nadine. So Miss Inked Nadine. So
Nice.
yeah.
Nice. And we'll put up some links. And of course, anyone that's missed anything can check it out on YouTube this week. We're going to finish things off now with a little bit of Slipknot. Nadine, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
This is 100.5 Wow FM.